You stand at the edge of a breathtaking forest, the sun setting behind the horizon, casting a warm glow that slowly fades into deep purples and blues. Towering trees stretch skyward, their branches intertwined, whispering secrets passed down through the ages. You take a deep breath, inhaling the rich earthy scent of moss and damp soil, feeling the thrill of adventure pulse through your veins. Yet beneath this beauty, there's an undercurrent of anxiety, a lingering chill in the air that hints at troubles concealed within the vibrant greens. Unbeknownst to you, within that lush greenery lies a hidden truth, a harrowing reality where innocence is shackled and exploitation reigns supreme. The world of wildlife trafficking thrives in the shadows, a gruesome underbelly that flourishes beneath nature's splendor. You won't believe the incredible truth about this dark, hidden landscape, a world where the cries of the innocent are drowned out by the greed of those who seek to profit from their suffering. As night descends, the forest transforms, shadows deepen, and the tranquility of twilight gives way to an uneasy silence that envelops you like a thick fog. In this silence, though, there are sounds that cut through, a distant piercing cry that slices through the evening air like a knife. It echoes in your ears, desperate and haunting, the fearful whimpers of captured animals muffled under layers of fear and uncertainty. You can feel the tension rising within you, a primal instinct telling you that something dreadfully wrong is unfolding nearby. This clandestine world juxtaposes beauty with despair, reminding you that not all is as it seems in this sanctuary of nature, that what you see and what truly exists may be two entirely different realities. As you delve deeper, each step amplifies the cries piercing the stillness, becoming a chorus of pain that resonates within your heart. Images begin to swirl in your mind of creatures ensnared in vicious traps, their souls torn from the comfort of their families, enduring unimaginable suffering, all for the greed of humanity. The very thought brings a lump to your throat. Gritting your teeth, you recognize that you are now an unwilling witness to this terrible truth, standing at the precipice where tranquility meets torture. With each moment that passes, your heart sinks further. You realize the depth of suffering that these innocent beings endure. From the sounds of anguish, you understand that life hangs by a thread, lost to the recklessness of humans. The darkness of cruelty weighs heavily on your spirit as you imagine the ruthless poachers lurking in the shadows, drilling savage traps into the ground under the cloak of night. They move silently, like predators stalking their prey, driven solely by the lust for profit. You cannot shake the image of these poachers, faces obscured in the shadows, their actions igniting a firestorm of rage within you. Guilt intertwines with sadness as you ponder the vital connections between mothers and their young, violently severed by greed. You picture those tender moments, families playing in the safety of the wild, now shattered. The expressions of confusion and fear from the trapped souls haunt your thoughts. The unthinkable looms over them. The risk of perishing alone and terrified in their confinement gnaws at your insides. The sheer horror of their captivity presses down like a weight, reminding you that time is running out. The reality of the situation weighs heavily on your soul as helplessness begins to engulf you. The cry of a distressed animal pulls at your heartstrings, echoing around you. It intertwines with the cries of countless others waiting in fear and uncertainty. With every painful gasp, you recognize an urgent plea carried on the winds of the forest. Someone, anyone, must take action. The poachers are tightening their grip, and you gasp as the weight of inaction paralyzes you. This is a hidden crisis, bubbling beneath the serene facade of a world you once thought was safe. These animals are not merely victims. They are beings with their own rights to life, deserving of love and freedom. A sense of moral reckoning surfaces within you, forcing you to question the very nature of humanity. How can anyone justify such cruelty? How can we stand by as passive observers to atrocities committed in our name? As the truth settles in, the urgency swelling within you crescendos into a driving force. The forest pulses with the heartbeat of despair and longing, and you feel its resonance deep within. The connection is clear, echoing an innate understanding of the fragility of life. Your life, their lives, all intertwined within the web of existence. You break the silent reverie, recognizing the importance of awareness, of action. It ignites a fire within you, a calling that demands you not only witness, but also respond, lest this suffering continue unabated. The forest stands still, watching you, waiting for you to find your purpose. The shadows close in, and although the weight of hardship is overwhelming, you feel a flicker of hope emerge from the depths of despair. The stagnant energy ripples with potential, as if signifying that nature is ready to rise against those who exploit it. Somewhere within the wilderness, a silent guardian is stirring, an unexpected champion poised to defend its realm. What you don't yet know is that amidst the despair, a brave bear is preparing to emerge, not just as a creature of the wild, but as an unparalleled savior. A force of nature is about to confront the cruelty inflicted upon these innocent lives, and at that moment, the world will watch in awe as the unexpected unfolds. In that heartbeat, at the very edge of darkness, you prepare for a journey that will transform your vision of survival, justice, and the very essence of the wild. You take a step forward, heart pounding, sensing the winds shifting. You know your journey is just beginning. The captivating tale of nature's fight against cruelty awaits you, whispering from the recesses of the shadows. As you venture deeper into the heart of the forest, the lush greenery transforms into a cacophony of shadows, wrapping around you like a cloak of unease. The vibrant sunlight that once warmed your skin wanes, replaced by an ominous gloom that thickens with each step you take. The air grows heavy with anticipation, and the scent of damp earth mixes with an underlying aroma of fear and suffering. You now hear the muffled whimpers of innocent creatures, the soft cries of cubs and birds alike, confined in dark cages. Each sound reverberates within you, a heart-wrenching symphony of suffering that pulls at the very fabric of your soul. You begin to piece together the harrowing reality that unfolds around you. Poachers, driven by greed, set brutal traps that ensnare animals with little regard for life or dignity. They operate under the veil of night, masked in secrecy as they prowl the forest like hyenas, hunting the vulnerable. The thought of these defenseless beings shackled, torn from their mothers, fills you with grief. Each captured cry seems a reminder of the darkness that thrives on human avarice and cruelty. In the shadows, glimpses of a hidden underworld emerge, a gritty landscape where animal lives become mere commodities in a harsh trade. You spot makeshift stalls nestled in the thickets, where illegal transactions unfold under the cover of darkness. The faces of the poachers remain hidden, camouflaged against the trees, but their actions resonate sharply in your mind, blurring the lines between beauty and horror. The heartache of innocent lives waiting for an uncertain fate presses down heavily, intensifying within you. Every rustle of leaves becomes a ghostly echo of the despair you can feel looming. You pause, allowing the reality around you to sink in. Images flash across your mind: plush fur, soft eyes, and the silent pleas of animals yearning to be free. There they are, their spirits dulled, awaiting an unimaginable fate in cages far too small. Overwhelmed with emotion, a tear escapes your eye as you remember the tender bond between mothers and their young, now tragically severed. You witness the tender connection broken, the very fabric of their lives unraveled by human greed. The captured souls exude confusion, their behavior a testament to their plight. You feel the weight of their misery crawling under your skin. The grief and sorrow gnaw at your heart. The familiar pangs of your own helplessness rising up within you, threatening to overwhelm. They are waiting. You can feel it. They inch closer to despair, and the cooling darkness hovers over them like a vulture. Unthinkable atrocities loom on the distant horizon, seemingly inevitable unless someone rises to break this cycle of suffering. Yet, amidst the horror, you come to recognize a deeper moral tension. A profound awakening begins to shift within you. You realize that inaction carries a hefty price, allowing this suffering to continue unnoticed. What compels someone to turn a blind eye while innocent lives are at stake? With every passing moment, the urgency escalates, wrapping around you like vines choking the life from the very essence of the forest. The cries of the captured animals plead for release, their voices rising like an anguished chorus, drowning out the stillness of the trees. You are forced to confront the uncomfortable truth of humanity's role in this incessant march toward devastation. The recklessness of a handful wreaks havoc on the delicate balance of nature. A collective silence envelops you, the kind that demands action, the kind that struggles against the weight of ignorance. Just as the forest holds its breath, silently pleading for intervention, you recognize that you too share in this complicity, a silent bystander in a play that begs for a change. The trees stand firm around you, their presence grounding you even as your spirit quivers under the weight of this realization. You take a moment, breathing deep, allowing the gravity of the situation to cement itself into your heart. The forest is a tapestry of life woven intricately, yet now fraying at the seams. This revelation is not just about the suffering of a few. It is about the responsibility we all carry to protect and cherish the wild, a realization that ignites a fire in your belly. You stand at a crossroads, held captive by the very emotions that plague the creatures trapped in darkness. The sounds of the forest become your rallying cry, urging you to act, to awaken the spirit of the wild that burns brightly within you. No longer can you remain a spectator, locked away in passivity. Your conscience ignites, calling forth a deeper understanding of the symbiotic relationship shared with nature, a bond that must be honored through compassion and action. And then, amidst the despair, you feel a rush of adrenaline. You know that the moment is drawing near, the pivotal juncture where hope may break free like dawn's light spilling across the horizon. It is not just the vulnerable who are fighting for their survival. You sense a mighty force stirring in the depths of the forest, echoing the rhythm of the wild. An unyielding spirit is rising, and it will soon clash with those that seek to exploit and destroy. That's when you realize with shocking clarity, there lies a bear, embodiment of strength and resilience, preparing to rise against the shadows. This magnificent creature will pounce, shattering the chains of despair that bind the innocent. You feel your heart race with anticipation. The world will soon witness the courageous intervention, and as this hero emerges, you know the tide will shift. An explosion of movement and intention is imminent. Nature will respond fiercely and beautifully to correct the wrongs inflicted upon it. As the air thickens with anticipation, you brace yourself for the spectacle of nature's justice, a revelation that will challenge the very fabric of what you thought you knew about survival, mercy, and the courage found in the wild. The stillness of the forest shatters like glass as the bear emerges from the shadows, a colossal silhouette against the backdrop of towering trees. Muscles ripple beneath thick fur, each movement emanating raw power and intelligence. This is no ordinary bear. It is a guardian of the wild, a testament to the spirit of resilience pulsing through the heart of nature. Your breath catches as you observe the magnificent creature, its eyes gleaming with a fierce determination that echoes the primal call of the forest itself. In that moment, the air around you is thick with potential. With every powerful stride, the bear surges forth, as if responding to the cries of despair that have reverberated through the trees. This guardian is a sentinel of the vulnerable, ready to confront the darkness that looms over the forest. It knows instinctively where to go, moving with purpose as it navigates through the dense underbrush. The poachers are nearby, their laughter echoing, ignorant of the force that is about to intervene. You steal a glimpse of the poachers crowded around a makeshift encampment. They sport dark clothing, masks obscuring their faces, a foreboding image that sends a shiver down your spine. The flickering light of a fire dances around their silhouettes as they huddle close, oblivious to the impending fate that awaits them. Their laughter carries an unsettling weight, a confidence born from their callous dominion over the lives of creatures trapped for profit. But this quiet confidence is about to be shattered. The bear, having sensed the presence of those it has sworn to protect, readies itself, muscles coiled and alert. You watch, heart racing as it pauses, sensing the vibrations of nature around it, feeling the pulse of life that lies beneath the surface. It is a moment steeped in silence, the world holding its collective breath, teetering on the brink of what is to come. In a breathtaking flash, the bear lunges, a mighty force propelled into action. The sound of its footsteps thunders through the forest like an incoming storm, shaking leaves from their branches as the creature barrels forth. Every ounce of energy surges through its powerful limbs, a whirlwind of purpose as it races toward the poachers. You feel the raw energy crackling in the air, a wave of anticipation washing over you. The balance of nature is about to tilt. As the bear bursts into the poachers' camp, silence takes hold. Time seems to stretch, and you gasp at the sheer immediacy of the confrontation. The poachers, caught off guard, momentarily freeze, faces painted with shock and disbelief as they behold the embodiment of nature's fury before them. In that moment, their expressions shift. Fear replaces confidence, panic igniting in their eyes. The laughter that once filled the air dissipates like smoke. With a powerful roar, the bear asserts its territory, a primal call that echoes through the forest like a thunderclap, reverberating the truth of the wild. The force of its presence commands attention and respect, a reminder that even the strongest aggressors cannot escape the untamed spirit of nature. You feel the ground tremble beneath your feet, an echo of the bear's might as it stands its ground. Chaos erupts around you. The poachers scramble, grabbing weapons, but the bear is already one step ahead. It moves gracefully and decisively, swiping a paw through the air like a mighty gust of wind. With a deftness that belies its size, it knocks the crude tools from their hands, traps and nets clattering to the forest floor like fallen leaves. Panic sets in, their arrogance replaced with disbelief as they realize their power is mere illusion in the face of nature's guardian. You stand transfixed, witnessing the embodiment of courage and justice unfold before you. The barriers of helplessness begin to dissolve, replaced by the profound need to protect and defend. This is what you had yearned for, the awakening of a force that knows no bounds, rising not just for itself, but for all those who cannot fight back. The bear circumnavigates the camp, its fierce gaze fixed on the poachers, an unwavering sentinel determined to reclaim what has been so cruelly taken. And then, in an explosive burst of action, the unthinkable happens. In one powerful moment, the bear charges, a torrent of fur and muscle crashing against the poachers. It's a breathtaking display of nature's raw power, a cataclysmic clash between the self-made rulers of the shadows and the bravest defender of the wild. You can feel the tension snap like a taut wire, and time slows as the collision draws near. As the confrontation unfolds, the cries of captured animals resonate through the air, urging you to act. Revealed in this chaotic moment, the cages stand abandoned in the peripheral, but time waits for no one. Adrenaline surges and you realize the battle isn't just for the bear or the poachers, it's a battle for the innocent lives waiting to be freed. You feel a pull, a call to step forward into the unfolding chaos, to join the fight that is more than just physical. In a heartbeat, you see the opportunity. You race toward the camp, a combination of fear and determination propelling you forward. The pulsating energy of the bear draws upon your own strength, fueling your resolve as you pick up a discarded branch, a makeshift tool to use against the shadows of exploitation. The bear, a few paces ahead, consistently thundering against opponents who believed they held dominion over life. Just as the poachers scramble to regroup, you shout. Your voice cuts through the confusion, joining the bear's growls in a symphony of defiance. "Leave this place," you cry, feeling the weight of every trapped life behind your words. Flames flicker in the fire pit, illuminating the shock etched on the faces of the poachers, unsure of whether to fight or flee. At that moment, the bear catches your eye, and an unspoken bond forms, a recognition that your intentions align with the pulse of the wild. Together, you are part of a larger reckoning, no longer observers but participants, fighting shoulder to shoulder against the greed that threatens to consume the fragile balance of this world. The bear's presence emboldens you, reminding you that this is not just an act of protection, but a reclamation of dignity and freedom for all creatures. Nature's justice is unfolding, and together you respond to the call for action. The chaotic atmosphere of the confrontation vibrates with a pulse of raw energy, and as you stand side by side with the magnificent bear, a sense of purpose consumes you. The violent dance between predator and poacher unfurls around you, a whirlwind of shadows and determination as each creature fights for its existence. You comprehend the enormity of this moment, not only for the bear, not just for those caged souls, but for a deeper truth that weaves through the fabric of this wild world, a truth that speaks to the very essence of life, justice, and our intertwined existence. You see the bear's powerful body move like flowing water around the clumsy intruders, a guardian weaving through the chaos, swiping and demanding respect. The poachers stumble, hesitation casting doubt upon their motives. Their confidence shatters against the bear's relentless force, and you sense that a change is occurring, not just in this confrontation but in the very balance of nature itself. The primal instinct to protect, to fight for survival against all odds, ignites a fire in you, one that reclaims the sense of justice meant to govern this realm. As you raise the branch, heart racing, your eyes are drawn to the cages that line the perimeter. You remember the cries of those captive souls, the innocents trapped within wrought iron, their future stolen by human greed. In this pivotal moment, you grasp the truth. What you bear witness to goes beyond a mere skirmish between two sides. It is a cosmic ballet showcasing the reclamation of stolen life. You run toward the cages, feeling your heart beat in rhythm with the bear's courageous charge. Approaching the nearest cage, you find the locked door, rusted yet resolute. Your fingers tremble with urgency, adrenaline surging as you try to force the lock open. There is a moment of panic, the echo of fear thrumming through you. But then you feel the world's heartbeat synchronize with your own, a reminder that nature is on your side. With one sharp swing of the branch, splinters fly, and the lock gives under the pressure. The door swings open. The moment is electric. You hear the rustling inside. A soft whimper catches your attention, and your heart aches as a tiny fox emerges, trembling and wide-eyed. It glances around, confusion playing across its features, and you sense its desperation. But in your presence, there's a flicker of hope. You kneel, extending your hand. The fox takes a cautious step forward, then another, trusting your open palm amidst the chaos surrounding it. This connection is tangible, a bond formed through shared suffering and emerging resilience. Behind you, the bear continues to stand its ground, a silent guardian amidst the clash. The poachers scramble, realizing they have awakened a force that cannot be subdued. Every thundering roar from the bear sends tremors echoing through the ground, and with each powerful moment, you find yourself emboldened. The bear's defiance pours into you, filling you with courage. Nature's call for protection reverberates as the freed fox darts into the underbrush, its small form disappearing into a safe haven at the first chance. You move to the next cage, battling fear and uncertainty. The sounds of the forest merge into a symphony of urgency. The distant cries of caged animals, the chaotic rustle of the bear confronting poachers, and your own heartbeat pounding in your ears. Each swing of the branch is a symbol of reclamation, purpose, and justice as liberation spreads through the air. More doors swing open. More animals, squirrels, birds, and a few startled deer spill into the forest, drawn toward the embrace of freedom. With each creature that escapes, you feel the tide turning. You witness the bond between you and the bear grow deeper, a shared understanding dawning as you become a part of this wild narrative. The contrast between the brave spirits rushing toward the safety of the woods and the terrified poachers struggling in retreat begins to paint a vivid picture of justice reclaiming its rightful place. Amidst this chaos, you take a moment to reflect. This is what the wild is meant to be, a sanctuary for all lives, where creatures thrive free from the blight of greed. Your heart swells with a new understanding of your role in this world, that you are not a mere bystander, but rather a vital piece of this intricate tapestry of life. The forest has a voice, and today it is being heard. The bear roars again, commanding presence, determination personified. You catch its eye. There's an understanding there that transcends words. It's a reminder of shared purpose, a call to action beneath the canopy of stars, beginning to twinkle above. The battle against exploitation ignites a fervor that burns brightly within you. As the last of the animals escape into the safety of the trees, you know that this fight is not yet over. The poachers, realizing they are overmatched, abandon their tools and scramble away into the night. In their wake lies a scattering of cages and instruments of torment, symbols of a world built on cruelty. You stand amongst the wreckage, breathless and unsure. The bear stands beside you, a watchful guardian, embodying the spirit of the wild that can no longer be silenced. Together you've turned the tide, confronted injustice, and reclaimed dignity for the innocent. You look down at the liberated creatures, finding solace in the knowledge that they now have the freedom to forge their own paths. This confrontation has not only released them, but has forever changed the way you see the connection between man and nature. As the forest embraces the quiet after the tempest, you realize that while this battle was won, the war for balance and justice rages on. There are still shadows that loom, there are still cries waiting to be heard. But with the bear by your side, you understand that your heart has awakened to the call of the wild. The duty to protect, to stand vigilant. You take a moment, breathing deeply, drawing in the crisp, rich air, grateful for the fierce beauty of this moment. The forest stands around you, alive and breathing, and you know it will continue to be a sanctuary for generations to come. Nature sings, and you are now part of its sacred chorus, bound by a shared tale of courage and responsiveness. It becomes clear, this is not an ending but a beginning, a commitment to the protection of life in all its forms, embracing the belief that resilience will always find a way, that together, the echoes of helplessness can transform into the roars of solidarity. As you stand in the aftermath of the confrontation, enveloped by the soft murmur of the forest at night, an overwhelming sense of peace washes over you. The air carries a delicate fragrance of pine and earth, a reminder that life continues, even after chaos. The rustling leaves whisper stories of survival, resilience, and the interconnectedness of all beings. The bear, great guardian of the wild, stands close, its powerful form illuminated by the pale light of the moon, watching as if assessing the pulse of the forest, now freed from the grip of darkness. In this tranquil moment, your mind cycles through the events that have unfolded. You think about the creatures that you've released, their spirits now soaring in the fresh embrace of freedom. You recall their gratitude, the way they darted away into the dense underbrush, eyes alight with the promise of life. Joy wells up in your heart, intermingled with the solemn weight of the trials they've faced. You understand deeply now that liberation comes at a price, and while tonight has borne witness to the triumph of nature's warriors, the scars of that struggle remain woven into the very fabric of this world. You take a step away from the scattered remnants of the poacher's camp, feeling the cool ground beneath your feet. With each footfall, the enormity of what you've witnessed urges you to reflect. The wilderness thrives in an intricate balance, yet it is a balance that hangs by the thinnest of threads. There is much work left to do, and you recognize that the fight against cruelty is an ongoing journey. This world, the forest, the animals, the very essence of life, needs defenders who are willing to step up. Gazing at the bear, you nod in unspoken agreement. It seems to sense your resolve and shifts slightly, its presence a reassurance that you are not alone. Standing there, an extraordinary bond has formed, a pact forged in the fires of conflict that will carry forward, the threads of your fates now entwined. You are no longer just a bystander but a champion of this wild, a steward of its stories. Your thoughts are interrupted as the gentle sound of leaves rustles near you. A small family of deer appears, hesitant yet curious, stepping into the clearing one cautious hoof at a time. They approach the bear, who stands tall yet unthreatening, a watchful protector in this new dawn. The deer, though wary, move closer, emboldened by the shift in energy. You can feel their apprehension, underscored by the understanding that they have witnessed the power of protection. They come to know that the danger has dissipated, at least for now, and this newfound trust deepens your sense of connection with all living creatures. You take a breath, the cool air swirling around you. You begin to understand the profound impact that tonight's events have woven into the tapestry of your life. The fight for justice extends beyond the forest, stretching into the echoes of urban life, where awareness must reach the hearts of many. So many remain unaware of the struggles faced by those who cannot partake in their own defense. So many eyes have yet to open to the collective responsibility everyone shares to protect the vulnerable, to safeguard the wild against those who would see it silenced. As the deer graze calmly beside you, you are filled with a renewed determination. In your heart, a resolution forms, a promise to act, to educate, to inform. You will carry this story beyond the confines of the forest, share it with others, and ignite the embers of awareness. The bear looks at you, its dark eyes reflecting wisdom and understanding. It is a reminder that change begins within. To protect the innocent, we must first educate ourselves about the injustice that festers in the shadows, striking out against the wild spirit that flourishes within each of us. As you gather these thoughts, an ember of hope ignites in your chest. You realize that transformation does not always require grand gestures. It begins in quiet moments like this one, where bonds are formed amid an awakening shared between spirits. The forest breathes around you, each rustle and whisper a testament to the indomitable resilience embedded in nature. While there may be darkness lurking, there is also light, all waiting for a positive spark to illuminate the path toward balance and coexistence. Night deepens around you, and the forest begins to settle, the predators retreating, the prey regaining their calm, the silent watch of the stars shining above as guardians of the vastness. You look to the bear, the spirit of the wild that now feels as integral to you as breath itself. You can feel the unyielding strength bolstering your resolve, transforming an internal fire into a proclamation of purpose. You take a step back from the remnants of the confrontation, and as the moonlight glimmers against the forest floor, you relive your journey. The harbingers of suffering confronted, the strength realized, the bonds forged. A gentle sigh escapes your lips, transforming into a prayer, a vow to stand for those who cannot stand for themselves, to share their stories with the world, to ignite compassion in the hearts of humanity. In this intimate moment, beneath the vast expanse of stars, you allow the forest's heartbeat to resonate within you, a song of awakening that knows no limits. It nourishes your commitment to nature, to justice, and to a future where harmony reigns. A future where beings both great and small thrive in balance, where the cruel hand of exploitation is met with the fierce force of protection. This, you realize, is where your journey begins anew. As you turn to leave the remnants of that fateful night behind you, there lies an exhilarating weight on your shoulders. It is the responsibility to protect, to serve as a voice for the voiceless, to nurture a growing awareness for the plight of the wild. You step into the embrace of the forest, inhaling deeply, committing to carry forward what you've learned into the world beyond the trees. The legacy of this night will not be forgotten. It will merge into the eternal song of the wild. The bear walks beside you, a valorous companion, as together you tread onward into the vast and endless possibilities ahead. And just like that, you realize there exists a hidden truth. Together, you are warriors for the earth, champions of justice, and guardians of the natural world. As you and the bear emerge further into the heart of the forest, the world feels newly alive around you. The night is heavy with promise. The scent of damp earth fills your lungs, mingling with the sweetness of distant wildflowers. Each rustle of leaves whispers tales of resilience, and the chorus of nocturnal creatures plays an ode to freedom, a melody that reverberates in your soul. Your thoughts dance back to the earlier confrontation, a flash of desperation, the cries of the trapped animals, and the fierce determination that surged through you as you stood shoulder to shoulder with that magnificent bear. You realize now that it wasn't just a battle against poachers. It was a fight for balance, a reclaiming of the jungle's integrity, a reminder that each heartbeat in the forest, no matter how small, contributes to the grand symphony of life. With every step, a deep ache of responsibility unfurls within you. A part of you still lingers at that clearing, witnessing the aftermath of those who sought to exploit the innocent. But here, amidst the trees, you can feel the weight shifting. You have awakened to the fight that waits beyond this wilderness, the battles that rage quietly in the hearts of men and women, unaware of their impact on the world around them. You try to envision how to share your experience, how to turn this awakening into a ripple that spreads outward. The thought of voicing the plea for nature resonates through you like a fragrance on the breeze. How do you convey the profound interconnectedness of all life? How do you educate others about the fragile balance that sustains ecosystems so easily disrupted by greed and ignorance? As if sensing your contemplation, the bear glances toward you, its dark eyes glinting with understanding and warmth. It feels like a silent affirmation, a reminder that strength often lies in the subtler forms of communication, in stories shared by firelight, and in the warmth of a genuine heart. The lessons of resilience, of respect for the natural world, can be taught in compassionate whispers as much as in impassioned speeches. In that quiet moment, a perception ignites, a vision of your role extending beyond this forest. Your voice could become a vessel, a channel bringing forth the silent cries of the earth. You could stand not only as a guardian, but as an ambassador, carrying these stories of liberation and courage beyond the confines of this wilderness, to those who need to hear them most. The path before you winds through tall grass and over ancient roots, each step a reminder of the ties that bind you to this land, to its inhabitants. You think about how many people ignore the injustices unfolding in the shadows, and how many remain oblivious to the remarkable courage that exists in every corner of the wild. The time has come to open eyes and hearts, to shift perceptions. The very act of liberation, from the cages in that clearing to the burdened hearts of those who care for the earth, gives birth to a movement, a revolution of compassion. You could inspire others to be vigilant guardians of wild places, to join the march toward empathy. You envision gatherings by the fireside, sharing stories and rekindling the ancient bond between humankind and nature, where every word ignites understanding, spreading compassion like wildfire. As thoughts weave into a vision of purpose, you come to a small, sparkling creek. The water flows effortlessly over smooth stones, a gentle song accompanying your thoughts. You crouch down, letting the rushing current wash over your fingers, feeling the coolness that invigorates your spirit. In this moment, you understand that nurturing a common connection to nature also means nurturing stewardship, sustainability, and inherent respect for all living things. Rising from the creek, you can feel the resolve solidifying within you. There's a truth in that water, a reminder that nature will always find a way to flow through barriers, to push and carve its own path. Just as rivers snake their way through landscapes, so too can your message wind through communities, carving paths of awareness where ignorance once stood. Years from now, you imagine gatherings, awareness campaigns, and education programs that focus on wilderness preservation. You picture children learning about the delicate balance within ecosystems, young adults advocating for stricter laws against poaching, and communities united in the mission to protect their surroundings. This vision burns brightly, ignited by your newfound commitment, fed by the experience and knowledge imparted by the spirit of the bear that stands beside you. As dawn begins to break, casting a soft glow upon the forest, you feel the excitement of your journey ahead. The first light shimmering through the trees signifies new beginnings, each ray a promise, a reminder of hope that blossoms in every heart open to change. You are not alone on this path. The grace of the bear, the whispers of the forest, and the love of the open skies accompany you into the future. Turning to the majestic creature, you place a hand on its strong side, grounding yourself in the moment. Together, you say softly, we will make them see. We will share this truth. The bear lets out a low rumble as if in agreement, the sound reverberating through the very marrow of your being. You nod, feeling the power of your newfound partnership, the spirit of the wild at your side. With each step, you embrace the duty that lies ahead, a commitment to transform the pain of exploitation into a rallying cry for compassion and understanding. As the horizon blushes with the warmth of dawn, you forge ahead, a brave soul ready to stand for those who cannot speak, to protect the fragile beauty of the world, and to be the voice for the voiceless. This journey is just beginning, but you know without a doubt that you are part of a movement greater than yourself. Your heart beats in rhythm with the forest, a harmonious echo that whispers a shared responsibility to love and protect the wilderness that nurtures us all. As the sun rises higher, painting the sky with strokes of pink and gold, you and the bear delve deeper into the heart of the forest. You are no longer merely a visitor here, but a participant in a living tapestry, woven with stories of struggle, resilience, and hope. The invigorating scent of pine fills your senses, invigorating your spirit as you traverse the trails, each step forward fueled by the promise of change. The forest seems to acknowledge your newfound purpose. The birds sing sweet melodies, their calls echoing through the canopy as if inviting you into their vibrant world. You listen intently, the songs interlacing with your thoughts, amplifying your resolve. Here you are reminded that life burgeons in the wild, and its values extend far beyond the simplicity of survival. It's about connection, harmony, and the unbreakable bond between all creatures. As you walk, images from the previous night replay in your mind. The animals you freed, their eyes reflecting both fear and gratitude, the determination that ignited your fight against oppression. You know these memories will fuel your passion. You will share their stories, their struggles woven into your own narrative about the importance of coexistence and protection. You envision reaching out to schools, communities, and activists, your heart brimming with the eagerness to convey the tales that often go untold. What if they could witness the beauty and chaos that coexist in these wild places? What if the imagery of a liberated bear, standing strong against injustice, could inspire others to act? You feel the need for unity surge through you, a collective vision of urgency to protect the sanctuary of the wild, a clarion call for both action and awareness. Striding with purpose, you finally reach a clearing where sunlight dappled the forest floor, illuminating the wonders of nature around you. Branches stretched overhead, creating a cathedral of leaves, casting intricate shadows that dance in the gentle breeze. You realize how vital this place is, not just to the life it nurtures, but as a symbol of sanctuary. This is a refuge for those who cannot speak for themselves, an ancient sanctuary whose story is written in every whisper of the wind. Kneeling in the softness of the earth, you feel the necessity to listen closely. You place your palms on the ground, grounding yourself. Amidst the sounds of rustling grass and buzzing insects, you hear it, the stubborn defiance of life seeking to flourish despite the challenges that loom over it. The strength of nature is a testament to endurance, a reflection of what you embody in this moment. Together, you whisper, remembering your vow to the bear at dawn. Together, we will defend this beauty. You look up to find the bear standing close, its gaze steady and fierce, as if echoing your thoughts. In this safe haven, you both acknowledge your shared purpose, a recognition that each creature that roams these woods, including you, has a role in the narrative of survival. Days turn into weeks, and your resolve only strengthens as you engage with the community, sharing your experiences and the stories of those you liberated. With every speech you give, every gathering you attend, a network builds around you. Kindred spirits who share your passion for justice. Students and elders unite under banners of hope, creating educational workshops about conservation. People gather by firelight, exchanging ideas and fostering a newfound sense of responsibility toward the earth. You begin to see a glimmer of change, sparking like the first firefly on a warm summer night. Yet the path is not without its obstacles. You encounter resistance from those who thrive on exploitation. Voices of doubt that echo in the back of your mind. What can one person, or even a group, really do? They ask. But with every challenge, you find strength within the forest, drawing motivation from the bear who has stood by you. A quiet strength arises with each story told, each connection made, a tapestry of voices woven into a plea for action. One evening, as twilight descends and the moon rises high above, you encounter a group of children playing near the outskirts of the forest. They laughingly chase each other, their joy infectious. But beneath their carefree laughter lies an opportunity. You seize the moment to share your narrative, recounting the tale of the bear and the animals you freed. You paint vivid pictures with your words, letting their imaginations wander into the depths of the forest, where the bear watches over its kin and where every creature has a story. Their eyes widen, curiosity sparked as they listen to your story unfolding like petals of a flower, each layer revealing something deeper. They ask questions, eager for knowledge. How can we help the animals? They implore. As you answer, the very essence of hope can be felt burgeoning in the cool night air. You explain the significance of protecting habitats, respecting nature, and spreading awareness about the consequences of exploitation. As your voice carries into the calm of the night, a sense of purpose anchors deeply. You see the children began to connect with what it means to be stewards of the earth. Each excited response only fortifies your belief in the possibility of a brighter future rooted in respect and harmony. After your discussion, as you walk away from the clearing, you look back at the children. They are still animatedly discussing the stories you shared, planning ways to help protect wildlife. A warm glow ignites in your heart. This shift is a seed planted, and you sense the reverberations of change take root. With the bear by your side, you walk back into the whispering woods, feeling the rhythm of nature beneath your feet. It is in the quiet moments where serenity reigns that you find clarity, and the connection between you, the bear, and the earth strengthens. Together, you have become a part of something profound, echoing your vows not just through words but through action. As you lay beneath the starlit sky, you close your eyes, feeling the forest envelop you in a blanket of peace. Tomorrow will bring more challenges, more stories to share, more hearts to touch. But tonight, you know you are exactly where you are meant to be. A vigilant guardian of the wild, a voice among many, rising in defiance against injustice. As dawn breaks across the horizon, sunlight spills golden warmth into the forest, awakening the world around you. You stand, heart racing with excitement for the day ahead. Today marks a pivotal moment in your mission, a gathering to rally the community behind the cause of protecting wildlife. The air is vibrant with possibility, and you can feel the energy pulsing both within you and around you. You stride purposefully along the familiar path, the bear walking faithfully by your side. You recall the initial seeds of awareness planted in the children you spoke with weeks ago, and your heart swells with hope. You've transformed their curiosity into action, and today you'll nurture that momentum further. Arriving at the clearing, you're greeted by a tapestry of colors and sounds. Banners woven from children's hands flutter in the breeze, vibrant with messages of love for the earth. Families have gathered, mingling amidst laughter and chatter, bringing life and excitement to this shared vision. You scan the crowd, your heart filled with warmth as you witness the unity growing around the cause you hold dear. The energy radiates from the crowd, drawing you closer. You take a moment to soak in the sight, the convergence of young and old, united in their determination to embrace a role in the guardianship of nature. This gathering feels like the heartbeat of change, a collective effort to defend what cannot defend itself. As you step into the center, silence falls, and all eyes turn toward you. Taking a deep breath, you speak, your voice steady and passionate. Thank you for being here today. Together, we are not just celebrating the beauty of our wilderness, we are becoming its protectors. The words resonate, fueled by your commitment to inspire others. You recount your experiences, the bear, the struggles faced in the wild, and the plight of the animals who cannot speak for themselves. Each tale unfolds like a brushstroke on a canvas, painting vivid images that stir hearts. You see their emotions ignite as they begin to understand the urgency of the cause. How can we help the animals? A child calls out, eyes sparkling with determination. You feel the electric connection in the air, a palpable buzz of hope transforming into resolve. You explain the importance of respecting nature, protecting habitats, and raising awareness about the consequences of exploitation. As you continue sharing your story, the air fills with encouragement. Parents lean in closer, embracing the joy of discovery alongside their children. You emphasize the role of education in fostering stewardship, sparking a desire for both kids and adults to deepen their connection to the wild. You breathe in the atmosphere heavy with excitement, filled with the vibrations of imagination, igniting action. Children dart about, crafting colorful signs and animal masks, while adults engage in conversations, brainstorming ideas to help the cause. Every attachment made to the wild feels like a thread woven into the fabric of your community's solidarity. With each laughter and cheer, you feel the sense of purpose swell within you. The energy in the clearing grows contagious, reflecting the heartbeat of the movement you set in motion. You realize that not only are you sharing stories, but you're forging connections, cultivating awareness, and building a network, a sanctuary of shared commitment. Weeks pass as you nurture the growth within the community. Events blossom, like wildflowers seeking sunlight, each one better than the last. You lead nature walks, where families discover the hidden beauty lurking just beyond their front doors. You share tales of the bear and its fight against injustice, soothing fears while fostering admiration for the creatures that contribute to the chorus of life in the forest. Yet, with progress comes challenges. Voices of resistance emerge, questioning the necessity of the movement. Some still doubt that individuals can evoke real change. Each dissenting echo adds weight to your resolve. They become opportunities to listen, to engage. You remember the bear's unyielding spirit and the lessons nature teaches: patience, unity, and persistence. You lean into each conversation, guiding those who might feel wary, helping them perceive the beauty and importance of protecting wildlife in a way that transcends the simple act of caring. You share not just information, but emotions, stories that connect hearts beyond skepticism. Then, one afternoon, while walking the trails, you find yourself in the clearing that started this journey. A place where hope took flight. It feels transformed now, each plant and creature a striking emblem of life. You pause, soaking in the vitality of the moment. Young saplings pushing skyward, birds jubilantly singing. The colors paint a triumphant scene, a reminder that the ripples of change are real, visible. Your efforts have planted seeds that have begun to grow, nurtured by the care of many who share your passion. You close your eyes and breathe deep, recognizing your connection to this place, the unity of all life that thrives in the wild. You now understand that this journey is not just about rescue, it's about connection, compassion, and respect for every creature. You vow to continue to carry this message forward, to light the spark of love for nature within every heart you touch, igniting a future where wild places and their inhabitants rise in harmony. As you lay beneath the endless sky, thoughts of tomorrow linger in your mind like the soft glow of starlight. Challenges will arise, but your trust in this community continues to grow stronger. Together with the bear and the community, you will echo a powerful anthem for the earth, a song that honors the delicate balance of existence, the respect for all creatures, and the undeniable truth that we each have a role to play in nurturing the wild. As the seasons shift, so too does the energy in the forest. Colors transform, lush greens turn into vibrant oranges and reds, wrapping the trees in a warm embrace. You feel the urgency of change in the air, both within nature and within your community. Time has passed, and the gathering you initiated has blossomed into an ongoing movement, a force of hope that reverberates through every corner. You walk alongside the bear on a crisp autumn morning, the leaves crunching beneath your feet, echoing the calming rhythm of your journey. The freshness in the air invigorates your spirit. Nearby, you spot families gathering near a small creek, their laughter blending with the soft babble of water flowing over stones. You pause, a smile spreading across your face. It's a celebration of nature, a reminder that people are reconnecting with their surroundings, not as passive observers, but as active participants in the stewardship of the wild. You join the families, chatting, sharing stories, and watching as children dip their hands into the cool water where vibrant fish dart playfully. You seize the moment to share insights about local wildlife, engaging their curiosity about the creatures that thrive in this habitat. As their eyes widen and questions fly, you can feel the collective awareness growing stronger, a community bound by a newfound love for their environment. But amidst the laughter, a faint shadow lurks. You overhear hushed conversations among a few adults, concerns about encroaching development threatening this sanctuary. You sense a shift within you, a protective instinct igniting like the warm embers of a fire. The urgency to confront the challenges that lie ahead heightens, and you gather your thoughts, gearing up to rally the community once more. Later that evening, you convene a gathering beneath the starlit sky, just as you had done before. The atmosphere hums with anticipation, and you can see the determination reflected in familiar faces, the friends you've made along the way. This time, there is an added element of seriousness in the air. Whispers of potential threats loom like dark clouds overhead. As you stand before everyone, you feel their energy propelling you forward. "We've built something beautiful together," you begin, your voice steady. "But we must remain vigilant. Our sanctuary is under threat, and it's our responsibility to protect it." A wave of understanding passes through the crowd, energetic murmurs that swell beneath the moonlight. You share the rumors of possible development encroaching on the forest. This isn't a fight against technology, it's about preserving the delicate balance of a thriving wildlife habitat. You remind everyone of the progress made, of the connections forged with nature, and the journey that lies ahead. "Our work has only just begun," you declare. "We cannot allow this precious land to fall into the hands of those who don't appreciate its worth. Together, we can be the voice that echoes through the corridors of power." The crowd nods, and you take a breath, sensing the resolve taking root. You discuss plans for a community petition to protect the land, presenting ideas for organized efforts to raise awareness, mobilize support, and appease necessary stakeholders. Each suggestion is sparking fruitful exchanges among attendees, and their energy electrifies the clearing, igniting a fire in their hearts for action. In the coming days, the community rallies as one, building signs, drafting letters, and mapping outreach efforts. On weekends, they set up booths in local markets to share stories of the bear, highlight conservation efforts, and spread knowledge about the wildlife inhabiting the land. Children become ambassadors, eager to share their experiences and advocate for the future of their sanctuary. As the days turn into weeks, the group's unity becomes a vibrant tapestry woven from individual voices. They submit petitions and share on social media, gaining momentum with each post. Your confidence burgeons as you witness the ripple of collective action grow, fueled by determination and community spirit. But the fight is not without its struggles. Not everyone is convinced. Opposition rises, misguided arguments against protecting the land emerge, often drowned in ignorance or self-interest, as developers claim that progress demands sacrifice. You remind yourself that stories must be told, hearts must be reached. You lean into every opportunity to engage and educate, addressing misconceptions with patience and empathy. Through a series of face-to-face meetings with local leaders, your community slowly but surely begins to shift perceptions. It takes one moment, one connection to ignite understanding. An image of the bear you freed illuminates a path to empathy, a bridge between nature and humanity's needs for progress. You reach out to local media, sharing the stories of the land and the life that exists within it. Hearing the voices of passionate advocates echo through their channels amplifies your cause. With the community united, a sense of momentum begins to swell, a tide growing strong enough to eventually push back against adversity. As the season inches toward winter, you gather in the clearing once more, invigorated by the progress made and the relationships formed. The bear stands among you, a steadfast reminder of why this fight matters, a silent guardian in the backdrop of your gathering. It feels electric, every heartbeat sinking in a powerful rhythm that binds you all. Under the crisp sky, you look around at the faces you've grown to respect and cherish. In this moment, you realize that together, you have transformed fear into courage, indifference into action, and uncertainty into hope. You take a breath, feeling the weight of responsibility and the lightness of community blend into something greater. We are stewards of this land, our voices entwined, you remind them, your voice rising like the morning sun. Together, we can stand against anything that threatens our home. As cheers erupt around you, the collective spark ignites a warmth that fills the space. This is a commitment not solely to nature but to one another. A promise nurtured by shared experiences, love, and the unyielding bond woven in the threads of compassion and duty. As winter descends upon the forest, the landscape transforms into a frosted wonderland. The world feels still, the air crisp and sharp, each breath visible in soft white puffs. You find beauty in the quiet, a serene reminder of nature's cycles. But beneath this blanket of snow lies an urgency. A relentless force drives you forward as the proposed development looms closer with each passing day. In the weeks since your last gathering, the community's resolve has matured into something potent. Ideas have blossomed into action. Committees have formed, organizing protests and fundraising events to secure the resources necessary for legal fights ahead. Each meeting, both intimate and large-scale, bolsters your commitment, fueling the fire of passion that resides within each member. You see familiar faces, kindred spirits bound by a common dream. You coordinate with wildlife experts, inviting them to speak about the fragile ecosystems at risk. The sound of your shared laughter and serious conversation fills community centers, libraries, and even coffee shops. Conversations circle around the intimate relationship between wildlife and humans as the bear becomes a symbol, a living testament to what you fight to protect. And then, the unexpected happens. A call comes in from a local news station expressing interest in covering your story, an opportunity to share your efforts on a larger platform. Your heart thunders with anticipation. This is what you've worked for, the chance to express the fight against ignorance and apathy, to illuminate the importance of nurturing the wild. As you prepare for the interview, you feel a mix of nerves and determination. You gather thoughts, images, stories, emphasizing the responsibility each of us carries. The bear, your silent partner, is never far from your thoughts, its spirit guiding you through this process. You channel its strength, knowing you're not just revealing your passion, but the heart of a community as fierce as the thundering rush of a river. The day arrives, the camera lights bright and almost blinding yet inviting. You step onto the set, a familiar setting becoming a stage for change. As you speak, you weave stories of the bear and the once captive creatures it saved. You contextualize the threats the forest faces, translating the wild heartbeats into words that echo out into the digital landscape beyond. Time seems to warp. Minutes feel like seconds and seconds stretch on. You talk of the ecosystem, the balance of nature, and how each creature, big or small, plays a vital role. You share how this community stood up, refusing to cower to development that threatens their sanctuary. With every word, hope swells like the dawn breaking over the mountains, illuminating the darkness. Weeks later, the segment airs, and the response is overwhelming. Community members recount their own feelings about the forest after sharing the story, hearts buoyed by the visibility you've gained. Emails pour in from other communities wanting to learn more, eager to replicate what you've achieved. The ripple of your actions reverberates beyond expectation. People want to engage, to protect, to join in solidarity across the country. But as the heartbeat of encouragement grows louder, so too do whispers of dissent. For every new ally, there's an opposing voice, and suddenly the threats feel more tangible. Hushed discussions bubble around as arguments against preservation grow louder, fanned by those intent on profit. You hear about potential backdoor negotiations being orchestrated, smoke-filled rooms where the future of the forest is up for grabs like a commodity. You channel the calm wisdom of the bear, grounding yourself as you approach your dedicated community once again. You call for an emergency meeting, setting the stage beyond the large oak tree, its branches heavy with fresh snow. Tensions spark like electricity as everyone gathers, anticipation and worry mixing in the atmosphere. Standing before your trusted allies, you come to realize that this moment is about resilience, the strength forged in the fire of adversity. We're not just fighting for a place, we're fighting for a spirit, you declare, urgency lacing your words. This forest symbolizes our bond with nature and with each other. What we protect here is far beyond ourselves. It's about the generations to come. You can see understanding seep into their expressions, resolve forming like the ice crystals around you. Together, you draft a plan to engage local advocates, lawyers, and even consciousness training workshops to prepare everyone for potential negotiations. You establish an online campaign, asking for stories, photographs, and personal connections, creating an emotional appeal to reach the hearts of those who may sway the decision-making powers. Everyone contributes. The collective effort becomes more than just a campaign. It's a testament to solidarity, the embodiment of community fighting for what is right. As the cold winter nights stretch out, you and the bear brave the chilly air, venturing into the woods for quiet reflection. The stars glimmer sharply against the deep velvet of the sky. It's a tranquil reminder of the indomitable beauty of the wild. You reconcile fears of what might come, feeling the warm glow of community support wrap around you in an embracing hug. In these moments of stillness, you realize that perseverance runs deep within you, within each person who loves this land. Inspired by the wide-eyed wonder of those you've shared your stories with, you feel a swell of gratitude. You know, no matter what may unfold, the effort and love poured into this cause resonate far beyond any barrier. As the first snowfall blankets the earth, you find solace in the understanding that the journey is not just about the forest, but the heart of humanity, its capacity to love, nurture, and rise for each other. United, you are unwavering, and like the bear that lingers, fierce and protective, you will not back down as you push toward whatever comes next, clinging to hope like a treasured ember. The battle may be just beginning, but with every step along this path, you are certain, together, you are stronger.